Hey guys, it's Happy Dude and welcome to my tiger build from the movie Kelly's Heroes in full metal scale 116. Alright, my elmod Fusion Pro board has arrived. Now let's make a plastic housing to protect it. So this small piece goes on top of this long piece with a gap on this side, like so. Not like this, but like this. Let's put some glue on it. Each time you put some glue onto the pieces, just let it sit for a minute or so. And then put some pressure on it for a minute. And then put it aside and wait for about 5 minutes before you start on the next corner. And then do the same for the large piece and put it in like this. And before you put the glue on, take some sandpaper to smooth this out. When it's done, it should look like this. It is a tight fit, but it fits. Make sure you fit the board before the glue is hardened, so you can make some adjustments if necessary. Okay guys, it's time to put on the tracks. First, this big gear here. Put that on, and it's held in place with this screw. This will hook into the tracks, and the tracks should be in this direction with these pins on the inside of the tank. Put these together and then push this pin in. It can be a bit of a struggle to get this in. Alright, so you have to line up the holes. Perfect. Okay guys, here is the layout of my system. We start with the motors. I've also mounted a plate 90 degrees to the bottom plate, so the electronics are protected from grease and dirt. And I drilled 2 holes here. Let me take the battery off. Everything is with these strips. We have the motor on the left, the motor on the right. The big one is for the battery. I've also soldered a switch between, so I don't have to open the tank when I want to turn it on or off. Here is my 14-channel receiver. This goes to this plug right here. It's the biggest one. To the elmod Pro board. Then we have the smoker right here. That goes to here for the heat and right for the fan. And then we have the speaker right here, nicely in a box to get the best performance for the sound. And then here we have the motor for the turret. And then we have the cable for the elevation and the shots, the recoil. And then here, this one right here is for the xenon flash. And then we have the cables here for the lights and the MG. Everything nicely taped in the corners, and they are connected to the auxiliary functions. Alright guys, the smoker arrived and I already tested it and it works, but you do need to be careful when you fill this up. Make sure you don't fill it up more than half. Always stay below that, because I opened it and I filled it up, and what you're actually doing is you block the holes so the smoke can't come out. And also when you're driving, this thing will move together with the tank and the oil will come out. So don't fill it up, only use a few drops. This is the port to fill it up with the oil. Now before you start driving, always make sure you put some oil right onto the wick, because mine burned off, so I had to buy another one, and you can just use a zip tie to hold it in place. It's very easy to open and close just with 4 screws. I also did a lot of modifications to the electronic wires and the cables, the plugs. For instance, if 2 plugs of these are in the same slot on the board, you will need to take these off and the edges so it will fit. Also, a lot of the wires were too short, so I needed to solder them. I will show you how to make a strong connection. You just strip the isolation off long enough. That's 1, 2. Alright. Now don't twist the copper together, but leave it open like that, and then just put the 2 cables together and then twist them together. That way it's easier to solder and you will also have a better connection. Alright, that's step 1. I use lead of 1 millimeter thick. I've also bought a new soldering iron This one is 40 watt. So what you do is you heat up the wire first. And then just push the lead onto the copper and it will melt around it. And now you will have a very strong connection. It's still hot. You see, this will never come loose. And also don't forget to put some isolation tape on there.
Alright guys, part 4 is at an end. Please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything out. And of course, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. So in the next video I will show you the tank completely finished. And then it's finally time for a test drive. I can't wait. So thanks for watching and you all have a nice day. Bye.